you mentioned Patrick and Travis and the Swifties. You know, did you ever imagine that the attention this would get? I mean, the jersey sales have exploded. I don't know if you saw NFL's Twitter account. They changed the photo as her, and it says NFL in parentheses Taylor's version. Everyone's on board, and this is huge, right?
It's very few things or people in the world that can be bigger than the NFL, even for a second, right? The MLB and NBA, NHL, they're all trying to figure out how to be what the NFL is. And Taylor Swift comes to a game for a day, and it totally changes it. And here's the crazy part. Kim Kardashian dated Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Giselle was married to Tom Brady, and the world never stopped for those people. When Taylor Swift was sitting in the suite with Donna Kelsey, it totally changed the dynamic of that game. And when Patrick Mahomes is out on the field playing against a team that decided to draft Mitchell Trubisky instead of him, and he's absolutely doing it big, nobody cares because freaking Taylor Swift's in the suite saying, let's effing go. I mean, it's been cool. It's been challenging, you know, starting to try to understand what this role entails for me, and also not really having a ton of people I can model what I do after. You know, I work with Greeny, who's amazing, Laura Rutledge, Scott Van Pelt. They all host the show. They don't also have to analyze, or they aren't necessarily coming from the analyst chair. And so I'm trying to do both, and in doing both, not be this dude that's talking for 5 minutes of a 7-minute segment. And so, but it's been fun, man, to try to navigate that. And it's also been extremely impactful and empowering to be in all the meetings, right? To have opportunities to be on calls with the CW, with the vice presidents of NFL films, to have that rapport with all of the producers, the guys cutting the tapes and editing the highlights. And so it's been, for me, someone who started at this as an analyst at the lowest level, doing car washes at ESPN, to now be here on a show that the Nick Bonacanis and the Lynn Dawsons and the James Browns were all part of, is really huge.
It's kind of playing, you get to play quarterback. I know Jay's on the set with you, but you're quarterback of that, you know, on the stage there, you are the QB, right?
Yeah, man, you know, and I love the way that we do it. You know, our showrunner, Jeremy Levin, he doesn't believe in a ton of structure. He doesn't believe in boxing in the conversation. And so being a host on the pivot kind of helps me navigate that, because it isn't a rundown that says, okay, ask this person this question, or ask this person that question, or here's the notes on Channing Crowder, Chris Long, or Jay Cutler. It's kind of just filling it out, listening to the guys kind of talk and have conversation, and then bouncing things off of them. So it's been really fun to try to learn how to do that, and also a good time of knowing when to pick my spots as well.
What can the viewers expect on this week's show that premieres Tuesday tonight on CW?
Honestly, the best part about this show is the people we have mic'd up. You have George Kittle from a Thursday night drumming of the New York Giants. We got Tyreek Hill, you know, like what it's like to listen to a dude as his team's hanging up 70 on somebody else. Patrick Mahomes is mic'd up, and everybody wants to know about the Swifties. But what you learn a ton of is, like, these dudes don't play in structure. Like Travis Kelce is like freelancing routes. Justin Watson is taking routes upfield that are supposed to be crossers. And I think that all of those small elements are really good. And Geno Smith joins the show, and it's kind of the different, like, polar opposites of him speaking to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's the first round draft pick, who's sort of struggling to get involved. And then Jake Bobo, who's an undrafted guy who ran a freaking 4.9 at UCLA's pro day, who scores a touchdown, and Geno Smith said is absolutely killing it.